We're bringing the bark and the bite in Week 7. And two longtime rivals renew acquaintances in district play. Edie White and Letcher battle at the Dog Yard in our Game of the Week. Edna Karr continues a quest for a three-peat in the Catholic League, but Jesuit looks to hand the Cougars their first loss in district play. And Pope John Paul II's pursuit for perfection faces a tough test at North Lake Christian tonight on 4th Down Friday. We start with two parish rivals meeting on the West Bank, East Jefferson and West Jefferson battling in the District 10-5A game. The Bucks trailing on homecoming at Haas Memphis 21-0 at the half. West Jeff's opening drive of the third quarter ends in a Warriors interception. Daquan Nichols with the pick. That leads to this, a 13-yard touchdown run around the outside. Jaden Obikwe for 6. The Warriors dominate their rivals, blanking the Bucks tonight 35-0. Two of the top 5 teams in Class 4A renew their rivalry in a new district. What up? Welcome to 4th Down Friday. I'm Ricardo LeCompte. Number 3 Edie White and number 4 Letcher last played 3 years ago, with the Cardinals capturing a third straight win over the Bulldogs. The two reunite in Letcher tonight in a game that should decide the District 8 4A champ. Seth Lewis joins us live from the Dog Yard with more on our Game of the Week. Hey, Seth.
Hey, Ricardo, they say big players make big plays in big games. Now, Edie White and Letcher always has major implications, but with the game on the line, the Bulldogs called on their best player to ice it. This was the first time that Letcher and Edie White were facing off since 2021. The Cardinals waste no time getting on the board. Grant Barbera calls his own number and takes it in from 7 yards out. Edie White leads 7-0. Later in the quarter, Bulldogs QB Zach Jenkins keeps and is going to rumble ahead for 30 yards. He would score a touchdown later on the drive to tie the game at 7. Now in the second quarter, Jenkins showing off the arm, going deep for Trenton Cheney for the 45-yard touchdown. Bulldogs lead 14-7. Late in the second quarter on a 3rd and long, Barbera is going to keep the ball this time and take it 25 yards for the first down. That would lead to a field goal to make it 14-10 at halftime. And at the break, Letcher inducting their inaugural Athletic Hall of Fame with 16 members, including legendary football head coach Tim Detillier and Jared Poche, the former LSU baseball star. In the third quarter, Edie White has the ball and is looking to take the lead, but Barbera is intercepted by Terrio Snowden, and he is going to return this ball and set up Letcher in great position, and that would lead to Cheney punching it in from 1 yard out. Letcher leads 20-10. But in the fourth quarter, the Bulldogs' lead has been narrowed to 20-13, and Letcher is backed up all the way at the 7. But that's when Cheney says, "Let's score now." An inside run shakes off one tackler, and then it's open seas like a sailor. It's his 3rd touchdown of the game. Letcher leads 27-13, and they would go on to win 27-20.
And we just challenged our guys. We knew we needed to come grind out some first downs, but if you can put 7 on the board, put 7 on the board and take it 93.
I trust myself. I worked my butt off this offseason. So if I feel like the ball in the air, I'm going to go get it. If I got to run a 100-yard touchdown, I'm going to run it. If I don't get the chance that time, the next time, I'm going to run it. I'm going to score.
When head coach Dwayne Jenkins was asked what he learned about his team tonight, he said, "We're resilient. We've blown out people this year, but when we needed to have it in the fourth quarter, we got it done." In Letcher, Seth Lewis, WWL, Louisiana.
Edna Karr continues its march to a three-peat in the Catholic League. The Cougars dispatched Brother Martin last Friday night to improve to 3-0 in league play. Karr taking on Jesuit tonight in Algiers. The Blue Jays knocked off a good St. Aug team by 1 point last Saturday night. Cougars' first possession, sophomore John Johnson will find DeJohn Smith on the corner route for 6, right in the darkest part of the stadium. Karr up 7-zip just like that, but the Jays answer. First, Taylor Norton finds Roman Larry over the top in double coverage, 50 yards inside the red zone. Jesuit driving. 3 plays later, Gavin Palmisano punches it in from the 1. Great second effort at the line to break the plane. Game tied at 7 midway through the first quarter. Moving on to the middle of the second quarter, game still tied. John Johnson hits LSU commit Teron Francis, the man-child, 24 yards for 6 and a 14-7 Cougars lead. Karr stays unbeaten in the Catholic League, 21-9 the final. Over at the Shrine on Airline, Brother Martin and John Curtis entering tonight 2-1 in Catholic League play. Patriots with the rock first, but they have an early miscue. That ball is on the turf. Caleb Williams, Johnny on the spot to recover for the Crusaders. Brother Martin would cash in off that turnover. Seth Dazzett hits Easton Royal, and the sophomore receiver will not be caught. 53-yard strike to give the Crusaders an early 7-0 lead. But the Patriots respond. They march right down the field and find Paydirt. A.J. Smith runs it in from 7 yards out to tie the game at 7. But back come the Satyrs, still in the opening quarter. Alex Diaz powers his way in for 6 from a yard out. Brother Martin back in front, 14-7. Curtis would make a field goal late and seal it with an interception to take this one 17-14. Up next, rivals Pope John Paul II and North Lake Christian find out who will reign supreme in District 9-2A. And St. Paul's tries to stay unbeaten in 6-5A play, hosting Ponchatoula. Highlights ahead, but first, scores from across the metro area. Pope John Paul II has won 14 straight regular season games, but 15 straight and a 7-0 start to this season isn't guaranteed for the Jaguars. They've got a trip to North Lake Christian tonight, and in this rivalry series, the home team has won the last 4 meetings. The Wolverines coming off a 43-0 blowout win over Kenner Discovery last Friday night, but trailed the Jaguars in the third quarter until this. Colton Westrops went over the PJP secondary. The Charlie Gilmore 28-yard hookup for 6. Wolverines go in front 19-15. Fourth quarter, same score. North Lake Christian backed up in their own end. Luke LeBlanc dumps it to tight end Gavin Hunter, shakes one tackle, makes a move, and he's got nothing but green in front of him. 95-yard score. Wolverines take a 27-15 lead and make it 5 straight wins for the home team in this rivalry series. North Lake Christian scores a huge win and is in control for that district championship. They beat PJP 27-21. St. Paul's searching for a 2-0 start in District 6-5A, hosting Ponchatoula at Hunter Stadium tonight. Wolves on the board first. Troy Willis just barrels his way in for the 3-yard touchdown. St. Paul's 7-up. Second quarter, the Green Wave backed up deep in their own territory, and this is the last thing you want to do. The pass turns into a pick 6 for linebacker Brett West. Wolves extend their lead to 14-0. Later in the second quarter, Cody Corrales takes the inside handoff, and he's taking it 30 yards to Paydirt. St. Paul's with a commanding 21-0 lead at that point. St. Paul's in complete control as they knock off Ponchatoula and move to 2-0 in the district. 42-7 victors over the Green Wave. I'm really looking forward to St. Paul's, who of course just moved to 2-0 in that district. St. Paul's Mandeville at Sidney Terrio Stadium in 2 weeks. The Skippers stay undefeated with a homecoming win tonight against Hammett. Senior running back Nate Shepard, the Duke commit, scored 2 touchdowns in the victory. He's up to a whopping 31 total touchdowns on the season. And in case you missed it, I profiled the senior running back this week. Be sure to check out that story again Sunday night on 4th Down on 4. He is one of the breakout stars in the year of the running back in prep football. A lot of good running backs here in the metro area. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next Friday night for 4th Down Friday.